Question 3. What have you learnt from audience feedback? We used brainstorms and audience session for audience feedback, and from the focus group, we found that the middle and the end of a trailer sells the film and is more likely to include action and informative scenes. Voiceovers are not common conventions but can be used. We also found that the importance of music was a lot because it set a mood and a tone, and it was used to synchronize shots, and it helps tell the story and build up climax and suspensions. We also found that linear trailers seriously help with gaining clear understandings. And for the police crime genre, it was more upbeat music was expected. It was expected to be fast-paced, city-based, and there was an expectation of an introduction to important characters, the antagonist and the protagonist. Dialogue would correlate with the plot. It would help with understanding, and one-liners would be used mostly to appeal to audiences and to make it short and snappy. Overall, consistency between all pieces of media throughout the group was expected, and the audience session helped with our overall creation, and we can see how we used it.
The feedback that we got from the questionnaires were extremely helpful. We were able to grasp what was expected of our audience and also the predictable pleasures. The audience was able to give us highlights of typical police crime thrillers, such as the chase and the killing. We found that people preferred the twist, something new, characters that subverted and were not the usual stock type characters. Also, the audience preferred the fact that the trailer was in some ways linear in order to establish the plot well and kind of put the puzzle pieces together.
It gave us an overview of the predictable pleasures which is expected in crime thriller genres. However, gathering these feedbacks, we tried to include everything that was mentioned, but also make new aspects so it hasn't been seen before. As crime thriller genre is an outdated genre, so the audience are used to many elements, so we had to include new things. We made questionnaires. We made questionnaires and made sure the sample was representative of the general population. We gave them to our fellow students, teachers and family members. Typical questions included were, what would you expect to see in a trailer, and other questions will be at the bottom of the... We also posted a pre-trailer on Facebook and gathered all the comments from our students and friends. Some were good comments, some enjoyed the ending, some were scared of the ending, but the killing scenes were negative as they thought it wasn't as strong and could have been better. Without these feedbacks and the technologies we used, we wouldn't have made changes and adjusted our trailer.
Also, in terms of feedback, we had shown a group of our target audience our trailer and had asked for comments on what they felt was good and what we could possibly improve. We had incorporated our audience feedback.
How did you use media technologies in the construction, research and planning and evaluation stages?
In terms of software, using Sony Vegas Pro 11, this I felt was easier to use than Adobe Premiere Pro, since we all together had some insight into how it is used. It also made it more simplistic and easier to structure the trailer. We decided not to use After Effects since our footage and the software was not coded correctly. Also, we had all been new to Photoshop, which we used for our auxiliary tasks, but collectively shared ideas, which made it easier for us to use.
Before we started practical work, we decided as a group to create a VBM group on our Blackberries. This helped our organisation skills and made it much easier to contact one another. The fact that we were able to stay in touch, any issues that we had, if there was times where someone couldn't make it, the group were made aware, and we could kind of reschedule and try and come up with things that we can do. Also, with the use of Albert's laptop, we kind of saved time. The fact that other groups in our class were kind of using the same computers, so we had to line up and kind of have a rota. So this made it extremely, it was kind of beneficial to our group because we could use it anytime we wanted. And the fact that we had Albert's car as well just kind of made us get to our destinations easier. So again, we were saving time and also money really. So yeah.
The Web 2.0 was very crucial in all of our work. I think because of our generation as well, we're like the online generation, so we use the internet for quite a lot of what we did, especially with research. We used the internet, we used online polls, we used international movie database, we used YouTube,
Wikispaces.
Yeah, exactly. Wikispaces, that's where our coursework is. We used emails to get in touch with each other.
Facebook to upload the work.
Pardon?
Facebook to upload the work.
Yeah, like that was for the people to give us feedback. We used examples from previously made films. I think it was quite helpful that we could look at other films that were made, people's other coursework, and we could see what we could change from it and what we could do better. We used the internet to find the uncopyrighted music because we didn't think we could produce music, so we had to go and find uncopyrighted, because obviously if it was copyrighted we could be done for plagiarism. To download the software as well, all the software, we downloaded it from the internet. And for our evaluation, we used YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all the social networking sites to get to as much as our family and friends to tell us if they think it was good, if they think it was bad, what we could have done better.
And also with what Elizabeth just said, the fact that we were converting files, we did find it very difficult, but with the help of both Elizabeth's skills and the fact that we looked at tutorials, helped us converting it, so that was another good thing.
For the feedback as well, we used Google to find out previous trailers and what other people have said about them, so we kind of used that helped us to look at previous research that was done. And I'm evaluating the camera types. We used a small Sony HD camera, 64GB, so the memory was very large, so it enabled us to record endless amount of footage. It was also touch screen, so it was easy to use, easy to upload the files from the camera to the laptop, to the USBs, etc, etc. It was also light and portable, so we can put it on the floor, hang it up, easy to put on the tripod, and just a good piece of technology to use, a good piece of item to use to get the job done at the end.
And I think it was easy to run around with, like for the running scene.
Yeah.
When we did
it wasn't shaky, it was stability, it was HD quality, stable, you use pictures, recording, and that's it.
This is Group Troll. We just hope you enjoyed our trailer. Thank you for watching it. Bye.
Thank you.